Want to press?
Yeah, press that boot.
Press. Episode
So who remember
125. Jesus.
what happened last
We've done
time?
that many episodes? Fucking hell.
We have.
Yeah, well, me and Joseph were contemplating it when we were at SunnyCon. We were like, man, we're at 100 this for years. Literally.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, there's loads of holes in the ship because of some
We're now protected.
apathy entropy things.
It's
that
fine.
you've
We are
protected
unaffected
from.
by that for the next 24 hours.
And we also know where it's coming from, so we can just fucking laser fire the sources from the ship.
The source.
Can't we? Right?
Ben says I can certainly point the lasers at it and shoot in that direction.
I mean, if my punches will take one of those things down, surely the ship's guns will.
I mean, yeah. Where am I aiming?
I mean, Fume's one who knows where the sources are, right?
I would have given the ship's computer / TKO the location of all of the ones that I know the location of.
I assume you just like point in the direction that they're in.
I mean, I'm assuming he has like a map of the area in his stuff, and I'm just like, there, this far away, there.
Sure.
Looking on targets.
You start firing at those locations. Fume. You get a general sense that one by one, a bunch of them disappear.
Mm-hmm.
The ship does get a distress call at one point.
And then what? They immediately get snuffed out. Or is it still going?
I mean, you get a distress call, but it does get cut off quite quickly. Until there is one left.
Whoops.
One distress signal or one thing?
One thing that you would think is projecting this place or whatever's happening here. Like the cause of the issue is that way. And
Let's head that way.
You have fired many weapons at it, and it has not gone away, unlike the other signals.
Right.
So that means it's either unaffected by our weapons, or it's way too, and we can't even move.
Those poor people who are getting attacked by the dogs.
I said, whoops.
They just got eviscerated.
Set course that way.
Can we move?
I mean, you begin flying in that direction.
And in that direction, do we continue to be starfielding this shit?
Yeah, Fume, you notice you don't really get any closer.
Hey guys.
Also, Fireball is here.
Guys.
Yeah?
Two things. Two things. Who's that? And what the fuck are those?
They are holes in the ship. The area around them looks like the metal is pitted and damaged. We've just been fighting off a bunch of like metallic dog-like creatures that seem to be able to just cause things to disintegrate essentially.
Don't worry, I made us immune to it.
Yes, fumes made us immune to it.
The crow called the Fireball.
And if you're saying who's I called to say, it's Bird Friend. He's crow. Well, no, wait, we found that he's actually Ghost Crow. Ding now.
Ghost Crow.
Can I eat it?
Ghost Crow. No.
He puts a wing up to his beak as if to shush you. Can't reveal his secret identity.
No, you can't.
Hey, we're all friends, yeah.
I'm glad you're looking better since we freed you from that awful prison you were in.
Peck's ground pretends to be normal.
Yeah.
Crow.
Thank you for freeing me. So, who's Batman over here?
You know me.
That's Ori. They've been traveling with us for a while. I'm pretty sure you've met them at this point.
Yeah, Fireball, that's Ori. You know Ori.
You notice a
Sure.
distinct lack. You notice a distinct lack of Sonias.
We need to come up
What
with a name
happened
for
to-
a pack of Sonyas.
A calamity.
That does sound like a reasonable
Okay.
one.
That it does sound like a reasonable word for yes.
I've got a few other questions.
Is it about me being
Rhythm.
pregnant? Because it's starting to show.
That's true. Fume is like visibly pregnant at this juncture.
Okay. Question number 1.
Alright, we're back to one.
Uh-huh.
When did that happen? Just during a
Oh, we assume it's
Uh,
we assume it's Sonya's fault.
Okay. I assume humanoids get
Oh,
like this when they're making more humanoids.
It's gonna be half fire elemental, a quarter demon, and a quarter devil. It's gotta be so immune to fire.
Okay.
Sounds like it's going to be one powerful being.
Question number 2. What the fuck kind of fashion sense is that?
What?
Just insulting Colt's drip.
So you're just pointing at Colt and you're saying it's like,
What the hell, Fireball? Have you lost all your memory? You know who I am.
No, I know who you are. It's your clothes.
He's
What
just
about them?
He's insulting your drip.
It's no different. I have like 5 copies of the same gi. Come on.
Also,
Thirdly,
you saw us all in these outfits when we were rescuing you from prison.
Yeah, you were very submissive and breedable.
What?
I mean, submissive.
What?
What?
I mean breedable. Wait.
What?
What?
No, I
Listen,
think I
Dennis.
got it this time.
puts hand over Ori's mouth, just like, no, not that.
No, that's fine. But we had shit only as real if Sonya's around.
Sure it
Don't
is,
make me
sure.
don't make me have to kill you. And also, what did happen to the Kosh Gremlin?
Sonia?
They're working
Oh,
on
you told-
fixing
Wait,
things.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about Sonia, right?
Sonya's off doing
she's off
something
doing
to save
work.
the universe, I believe. I hope.
Yeah, half the universe got turned into a dog. I think she's
She's-
gonna try and fix. She's gone off to try and fix that.
She's
We're
been
gonna
missing
be
for
real
5
with you,
months.
Fireball. We don't actually know.
Yeah, she's been missing for 5
It-
months. We're very worried.
You let it go off by itself?
We let her
You
go
know
by
what it
herself,
gets
yes?
like.
Look, she's one of the most powerful spellcasters I've ever met. She can handle herself.
Hey, we have 24 hours to get this get whatever is causing this problem dead. Fireball, how do you feel about like being a cannon?
Or a cannonball.
No, I was just gonna get him to use his flame magic down a
Is it-
cannon.
Ah.
And then, Ben, is there any way of opening the doors to that power artifact to juice them up? Big, stupidly
Is
massive
this
mega
thing
beam.
affected by fire?
I mean, it was affected by my fire.
Well, my cannons worked on
Okay.
it, so I'm assuming your magic or fire would.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
So I
Cracks
will-
fire
I'll let-
knuckles.
I'm like, hold off until we're close enough to make visual contact.
Ben will say
You
that
don't need
no,
visual
the
where
portal to
I'm
the
going.
power artifact currently does not open.
Damn it!
Okay,
At least while we're here.
okay.
Actually, can
We
you?
don't need doors where I'm going.
So, you have a thing that like makes an area the fire plane, right?
Yes. It basically swaps the fire plane for here. wherever I am.
We're kind of stuck in place. If this place becomes the fire plane, we might be able to move.
Well, we're not. We've never been stuck in place. We've only been unable to leave. When we turned around, we were able to move to find the shipwreck. The ships.
Like you guys kind of are moving, but you're not really getting anywhere. Is more the thing.
Yeah, we can move within
Semantics.
the area. We just can't leave. Right?
Semantics.
It was basically we
Yeah.
never got further away, but it's when we turned to like go towards things, we got closer to them.
If we swap this with the fire plane, would that not like really fuck up the fire plane?
Hey, can we
Yeah.
swap this with my mum's part of the fire plane? I know we're sort of reconciling, but like, I still hold a grudge.
Fume.
Are you
It
getting back
does occur to
together?
you that your very like existence is tied to that plane of existence.
Damn it!
Like that is where your form of immortality comes from.
No, my spell is more. It just rips a random chunk of the fire plane.
Sorry. I've just realised that like we can't do that because my immortality might go away if you fuck up the fire plane too much. You know, idiotic statement.
Like if Fireball manages to destroy the entire fire plane by sending bits of it into incredibly dangerous places, it may fuck you up eventually.
I mean, if he
Yeah,
like
like-
every single day if he casts it, you'll run out of fire plane eventually. Might take a while.
I think the plane of existence would destabilize long before that.
Well, yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys are hiding from me or haven't mentioned yet? Or hasn't been brought up
For those,
that I may or may not have forgotten about?
I'll say this: it would probably work.
Uh,
Are
things
you
you
able
might
to
have
send it
forgotten
back?
about.
Are you able to send it back with the same spell?
No, I think it just summons more of the fire plane.
No. Right.
Like, I would essentially be dropping more fire plane on top of fire plane.
Yep. Okay.
Like you could.
I
probably
think
send
I've never
this
really tried it.
location to there. It would
And then
probably
hope
work.
that the stuff that's here wouldn't really be able to survive in an elemental plane because it couldn't actually degrade things.
I do have a
Maybe.
suggestion though.
Because if you think about it, technically the fire plane is...
Do you think the fire plane can beat entropy?
Well, that's the point, is the fire plane is a continuous output of energy, right?
Yeah.
It's a universal constant, isn't it? Because as long
And-
as fire exists, so does it.
Well, because the whole point is that...
shaky,
uh,
but sort of.
Well, the whole point is heat is the actual, like, most, like, the lowest form of energy at that point. So, like, entropy's already happening on the fire plane.
Mhm.
So technically, entropy shouldn't affect the fire plane because the fire plane is also already the simplest form of energy possible.
Like in theory.
Guys,
Yeah.
have you tried the plane shift spell whilst poking the power artifact?
No, because we can't get into the power artifact it's just put there, and also we don't want to leave the ship.
Okay, where is the power artifact locked behind?
In its own pocket dimension, where it's
Yep.
safer.
In the power bay for the engine.
Okay. No. Why is it locked in there?
Because it stops us from all killing ourselves whenever
Yeah.
we try to cast
Yeah,
a spell inside the ship.
Ben's like, I
Exactly
was
that.
tired of people casting cantrips and either blowing holes in the wall or like they cast some spell that didn't just do damage and nearly exploded their own brains or someone else's, you know?
Or that one time I tried to feed my pet lizard and it shut the whole ship down for like a week.
Who has access to this pocket dimension?
Basically everyone, but not now. Doesn't work here.
Okay. Oh, in this bit of space specifically.
Yep.
Okay.
It's weird how so portals don't work, so we can't teleport out essentially.
Yeah. We're effectively trapped.
But yeah, physics speaking, the fire plane and entropy should kind of just coexist as a thing. That because the fire plane is basically the last place.
Okay.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
magic-wise, I don't know if that's how how the magic versions of these things work.
True, magic fire is
Yeah.
different from science fire.
And
What the
magic
hell
is
entropy different
science?
and magic entropy is different from science entropy.
That's true.
Okay.
That's the most true sentence I've ever heard.
Right.
Can we please just go kick whatever the fuck this thing's ass is?
I mean, I'm trying. I'm at full thrust going towards it.
Try harder.
True, moving in a
I
straight
am a
line
machine.
at it
I
is
can
current.
output 100%, and that's it.
Try zigzagging.
Try 110%.
Zigzags.
Footballers can do it.
Roll me a d20, TKO.
Okay.
As you
Have we
zigzag
picked
around.
up? Have we picked up any other random life forms?
Hi, you stop calling all of our friends random life forms.
No, you don't. You don't really get any closer to it as you're like zigzagging around. You're kind of just like
Didn't
wiggling.
think so.
I would like to, while they're doing this, take while clinging on to Bethany, take Fireball aside somewhere where no one else can hear what's going on.
Okay, sure. Which room do you go to?
Just shift up here somewhere out of the way.
Sure. The standard, just outside all of the rooms, meeting spot.
No, I
Ah.
mean like pick one of the rooms over here, like, and close the door.
Oh, like interrogation room 1.
Alright,
yeah,
Fireball,
can you
you're
bring
being
Bethany as well?
interrogated.
And I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Fireball, don't worry about it. I've got most of those spiders off your ass.
Thank you.
Now, the issue is the biggest, strongest one is still technically alive,
Okay.
but I do have a mare continuously trying to kill him. She doesn't even need anything for it anymore. She's decided he's her arch nemesis.
Who would destroy South Galaxy?
Yeah, so several universes died so that you could be free. Just want to let you know that, because like I want you to have the guilt on your hands as well as me. Because I'm a good friend like that.
Thanks for the genocide, I guess.
I didn't intend it. Just when you tell a mare to kill someone and she fails the first time, eventually she just starts destroying universes that person is in. No one else can know because they will kill us.
And don't tell Sonia. Why? Will she kill us? No, she'll be very disappointed.
I don't want to feel the shame of people being disappointed in my decisions to free you, leading to genocides. So we're just gonna stay hushed on this. But I need you to know so that we're both in this together.
So that we're accomplices.
Bethany should also be in the room so that because I don't keep secrets from her.
Oh, okay.
Also, she's evil, so she doesn't have as many compunctions about this. Also, Fume's in the clingy stage of like her pregnancy, where she's like sticking as close to Bethany as possible.
Okay. Also, congratulations on being pregnant. Was it?
Yeah, we don't know how like biologically this works, but Sonya makes things work out of reality.
I mean, they are the god of.
Yeah, don't do things too close to where they're 10. Just don't.
Yeah. Anyway,
hey, so I've already asked Colt to be one of the godparents. Would you be willing to be another godparent?
Sure.
Just in case Colt, the first godparent, dies.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I might last slightly longer than he does, potentially.
Yep. I need to eventually ask Sonya to be the another godparent. Got set contingencies on this shit.
Humanoids do tend to be a little squishy sometimes.
Also, don't forget to tell him, speaking of the 3 godparents, yes, it's triplets.
Oh yes, that was the that was the point. Like each child's gonna have a different godparent, just so that it like doesn't burden any of you that much.
Am I pregnant? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, why would it be a burden?
Oh, I don't know. want to spread it out so that like everybody doesn't feel like I'm picking one person as the more responsible person in the group.
Okay. Thank you. And yes. And have we tried sending messages out of this bit of space?
No, but I don't remember us trying to do that. But I don't think anyone's really got.
Can the ship send messages?
It couldn't. I believe we tried that.
Give me
Okay.
another good old roll.
Who needs a roll?
TQ. Just roll another d20. Because he's still just like zooming about. I assume you're zigging and zagging more.
I mean, I'll keep trying to like reach out in terms of like fucking sending.
I think at
or
this point
just
he's trying.
messages and stuff.
See, you're another roll for moving, right? That's the point.
Yeah.
13.
Also,
You eventually get a little bit closer.
Court's just like, I don't suppose you could plug me into him so you can use my key as a battery to supercharge him or
Also-
nothing.
Yes.
I was
Ben,
looking on
like Court's saying that to Ben as like a suggestion.
I was looking on the security cameras earlier,
Mhm.
and I saw the dragon thing in there.
Ignore that.
Yeah, ignore that.
What is it?
It's baby.
What are you talking about?
The big purple dragon thing.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
You know, that thing that we saw in
I-
that room.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You're imagining things, clearly.
No, like legitimately, I'm just like I don't.
Joe?
Yeah, I know. Bethany doesn't know either.
Yeah, I've not heard about it as a taking on a new dragon.
Is there a dragon on board?
Surely they tell us that they brought a dragon on board. Like,
You know what? I'm going to look.
Okay.
we're gonna go back to the main room and see if we can help out with anything. I suppose.
I'll walk in there.
Yeah.
I'll look in that direction. Are both of these things here?
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Fireball. What can I do you for?
Who's your friend here? I'm meeting loads of new people.
Friend?
You know,
It waves.
them.
It waves with its wing. Actually, I think it's got 4 legs. Yeah, it just waves. Hello.
It waves with
Can
every
you see
limb.
this thing over here?
Sorry, what was that, Lawrence?
I
Fireball?
was saying, I was saying to this person, part of the level 5 crew, can't you see this?
That's not part of the
being
level
over here?
5 crew. You can continue believing that if you want.
Oh no, wait, no, sorry,
It's a mare.
I got it mixed up. It's a fuck. It's a mare. Right.
Yeah, no, I can see them.
Technically, it's Robo
Yeah.
Spider a mare because like normal mare's not allowed on the ship anymore.
Okay.
True.
So yeah, Emma, you see the dragon thing there, right?
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm being rude, dragon person, but what is it?
I am a void dragon.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you not know what we are?
Emma, you can.
Hey,
Uh,
Fireball, why don't I cover you in gasoline and robot spiders?
How about Fireball?
Yeah.
I cast Fireball at like 8th level.
At the gasoline.
Like back here so it avoids the Void Dragon.
You detonate a fireball in the engine room?
Everyone in the main room just hears a bang.
As-
And it's like, well, I know who's in that room. I know at least one person that's in that room.
And
He detonates that. It's in the engine room. All of the lights in the ship just turn red as TQ just goes, ah.
Does the engines
piss.
exploding actually propel us even faster towards our destination, actually get us somewhere?
It propels us to the point where the ship can't move anymore.
Wow, we're going very fast.
Oh my god.
Then starts going
Well,
over and repairing the ship.
It was
I mean-
nice knowing yous.
Technically, because of law of motion, we're still moving.
Yeah, we can't. It doesn't stop us.
Yeah,
True.
and you did find you did get to a point where you started moving a bit closer to it. So assuming that you didn't encounter any other obstacles, you may get all the way there. In theory.
Fireball.
Does it die?
Where's TQ's body?
Yes, the Amer robot does indeed get fried. And then another one comes from the ceiling and is like, bro, there's only a couple of these on the ship now.
Good. The less the better.
TQ's drone body busts in the room and is just like,
Don't do that again.
starts
I'm
trying
getting rid
the
of
best
an-
he can.
Yeah,
Starts trying the best he
I'm-
can to cast
but-
mending and help Ben fix
Ben
whatever
is-
damage
Ben
was
is-
done.
Ben is fabricating the ship back together.
Good,
But
TQ will help.
I'm getting rid of your archdemon infestation.
Currently, that is not a problem.
Also, there's tons of archdemons on this ship. They're all friends.
Yeah, but this one's a particular problem.
I know, but
Help
we
it.
kind of can't get rid of it.
Anyway, I'm talking to your lovely Void Dragon friend. 1 second.
Speaking of, Void Dragon is actually fairly smart. So, and I'm guessing he's like cool with Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're both dragons. They vibing.
he'll be an extra pair of hands. Like, I like the. Like Ben was a young dragon at the start of this campaign. It would be pretty neat if like he's
Do you want to see his
the
actual,
Void Dragon.
Do you want to see his actual body now? Ben's actual body. I haven't dragged it on the map for a while.
I was gonna say you've probably like changed it because he's like a great worm now. Yep, there it is.
Look at that boy. He doesn't get to assume big form much anymore because it's too big.
It's very strong.
Accurate.
Bethany, if you've just been like, since when did we have like a void dragon on board?
Bethany's like, there are dragons on this ship?
Yeah, I know. It's so weird.
I did not know that
In
any dragons
fairness,
on this ship. Oh, hi Ben.
In fairness,
Hey.
even I don't know where that story one came from.
Sorry, one.
Like, to me, Colt is like he heard the explosion. He's like looking in the door. Oh, that's where TQ's body was. Whoops. Go over there.
I don't know what these people are talking about weird thing. There's no dragons on this ship. We're all just like regular people here.
We're all regular people.
Quick question, Fume. What
Yeah?
what is a people?
It's a
I
tough
don't-
question.
Good
It's an
question. I have
interesting-
no answer for you.
I'm not a philosopher.
Who asked me this?
Ori, I guess.
Shoo. Don't ask me hard questions. I don't have time to think about hard questions.
Shoo.
Fair enough.
Children these days asking terrible questions.
So,
with
I-
fabricate, it doesn't take long to unmelt a section of the ship.
Sorry, Lawrence, what was that?
So yes, I was talking to your lovely Void Dragon friend over here. before it interrupted.
No more fireballs in the engine room. That is a new rule.
Look, I'm dealing with your stupid infestation of stupid
That is
things.
a hard rule. No fireballs in the engine room.
Hey Ben, maybe
Even
you
if
just
it's
want to have it
getting rid of
no big bangs, no damaging things.
Nothing that destroys the ship.
Allowed on
even
the
if
ship.
it's getting rid of it, gesturing towards a mare.
I keep saying fireball. There's no getting rid of it.
We've tried. I wish so that she couldn't come on the ship, and she found a way to come on the ship.
Technically, she's not here.
Yeah, technically, that's just a robot.
Hello.
It said
people,
there's
I
not
am
too
a
many of them
robot.
on the ship anymore.
I've just decided it's not worth fighting anymore. Also, she's the only reason you're free. I mean, nothing.
Quick question,
That save.
Joseph. Is Ben on the map or not as Dragon?
Yes, he is. He's
Ah,
just like in the.
Because
in
I've
the
got two
class.
screens open. On one screen, Ben is there. On the other screen, he is not.
As a dragon, I have moved him back into the void.
Ah. There.
So,
I just... That's just...
what is your name, Void Dragon friend?
I genuinely can't remember if I gave this guy a name. Fuck it, I'll make one up. You can call me Noir.
Noah.
Yes.
Void dragons, they have spatial abilities, right?
Yeah, like you can roll nature if you want.
Sure.
Looking at this guy,
Man, I've never even met a dragon. What's going on with this? I mean, apart from that one that like controls time, but he's mean.
shit.
No,
you
I know
have no,
fuck all.
you have no fucking clue.
Ben
Like so,
is
in that case, he'll have to enlighten you. Just be like, some do. I'm still very young.
Ben is like, you've met a dragon before.
Yeah, not one like this.
Have I?
Yeah, also don't forget that you killed the Time Dragon's adopted son, who was also a dragon. So you
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I've forgotten about that.
Also, me, I am dragon. I don't know.
You're
if
a
I've ever
dragon?
I don't know if I ever brought that up with you. Actually, yeah.
Wow.
Although,
Do you know of any powers that you, like other void dragons have, like done in the past that you might be able to replicate at all?
okay, I got a question for Joseph.
Yeah.
This thing that Fireball is speaking to, it's a young void dragon, as you. It does have an ability called Expert Void Traveler, which allows it to use solar winds to cover immense distances in very short times. Does this boy think he could use that to help us? Or does he think, nah, that only works on me, it won't work on, like, other creatures?
It might. If he was, I mean, you could probably carry someone and fly through space with them, but you would guess like whatever's impeding the ship is probably going to impede you as well. Although,
Right, yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I asked.
if you were bigger, you could act as a kind of sail for the ship.
Yeah,
Does anybody-
if he was like adult or ancient. So again, going back to what the Void Dragon just said, you Fireball. I'm still very young. If I was older and stronger, maybe.
Does
If you can find some way to vastly age me up real quick.
Does anybody have? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going. I was going to suggest the enlarge spell.
That won't work. I need to get older, not bigger.
But God just said if you were bigger. Didn't say older.
Yeah, I agree. God did say that.
God said that.
Are you denying the word of God?
Bigger equals stronger,
I'm just
right?
Gonna say that. I'm just going to say this guy can't hear that. You just say, "What are you talking about?" I heard nothing.
Look, we all hear
And ever since I
voices.
spent Ever since I spent 700 years inside a ring, I've been hearing this voice that I call God.
Jokes aside, if he was double the size, does he think it could potentially work as a sail for the ship?
It would probably make the ship go a bit faster, but
For the 1 minute that enlarge lasts.
yeah, it would probably make the ship go like a bit faster for the minute enlarge lasts. Yes.
I mean, to be fair,
Unless Fireball sinks all of his spell slots into it,
again,
or
momentum.
whoever's using it.
So,
Yeah,
us
you only
increasing
need
in
to-
speed is a good
Because
thing.
we're in space, you just need to increase in speed once, and then you keep that increase in speed because there's nothing to get in the way as long as we don't shoot at any asteroids.
You guys managed to get a bit closer, but then you encounter a similar sort of like you can't really make much more progress. Like you're not really getting any closer again.
This is not a puzzle. This is just meant to infuriate me.
Okay.
Like,
Void Dragon's like, I'm willing to try your idea. I'll slip through the airlock, hold on to the side of the ship, and you guys can enlarge me, and I will try to help the ship out.
I mean, I don't have the spell. I only know fire spells.
Yeah, I also only really know fire-based spells.
Don't look at me. I'm not a spellcaster.
Look at the dragon, at the person I've just learned is a dragon.
Ben does not have the spell enlarge or reduce.
So this was so Fireball was just asking if anyone had the spell. We never really got to anyone saying they had it, and then you were just like, I'll go stand it. I'm really sorry, but the plan wouldn't work.
Look, goes into that office.
Hey, lady, I saved from that magic school. Do you have enlarge reduce?
God.
That's very forward.
I'm only asking for if they have a spell.
She might do. There's a chance. There's a non-zero chance.
Or if not, do they have any spells that age things?
I mean, you'd have to age them up a fucking lot.
I mean, she's not one of the named wizards, so it's unlikely.
Do
But
you think if someone made a wish that messed with time, the time dragon might turn up and get him to age him?
nope.
Wait,
She does not.
Do dragons age by being warm?
Damn it.
No, that
Sorry?
warms them up.
No, it just
Do,
makes them
do
warm.
dragons do dragons age by being warm?
No.
No.
I'm not sure
Uh,
anything does.
Nah.
Oh,
I
T,
do.
While you're wiggling around, you do get like an amount to the left, but you don't really get closer. You just get more left. You can't really go right, but you can go left.
Leans to the left. Because it's
Sure, you-
progress in and direction that isn't here.
This is a
eventually
dumb
get-
question, right? This is a really dumb
It
question.
might not be.
So if we just start shooting off our small munitions in different directions, does it hit invisible walls?
Yeah.
Are we in some sort of
you start,
invisible wall maze?
as you start firing off rounds in random directions, you can basically see that the lasers will eventually hit a point where they just kind of stop.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
It seems like before you were in a larger area, you are now in what seems to be a more narrow tunnel-like structure.
Uh-huh.
So we should have been able to just fly straight back out then when we did that U-turn.
Oh my god. Hey, Ori, when you say things, they come real, right?
You don't know that.
I mean, I've worked that out from you saying things, I don't know. You're like that goat, right?
Good.
Yeah, that goat thing. The singing thing.
Are you talking about Tiny Cow?
Yeah, the goat.
It's cow, big difference.
I'm glad that James figured that out, because if that was the case, I was never figuring that out.
No, it's cow, a big different, much different creature than a goat.
Really?
Yes.
What are you, by the way, looking at?
All these
This
non-flame
person.
creatures all just seem very similar.
Are you face blind for like non-fire based life forms.
Yeah, it's like why Bethany was so easy to get, because Bethany's also a being that exudes a lot of heat
So you have
for obvious joke reasons and obvious reality reasons.
thermal vision. Got it.
Yeah, you see an infrared.
Andrew, what does the book look like?
They look like a man.
Okay.
I'm using outside info from other games and whatever.
Uh,
But yeah, I'm just like,
what?
Fuma's just now blasting the outside because she's so annoyed. Just like, come and fucking fight us, you piece of shit loser thing.
I take it then
What
Tikio
do
will
you
have.
do?
I take it does Tikio have some sort of like low energy laser that is so that he can just fire forward, and then whenever he gets to a point where it just stops, he can like turn.
It never really just stops. It seems like it's a continuous long tunnel. You keep going through it. It's very like bendy, and it often requires you to like go back on yourself and stuff. But it never like really splits off or goes in other directions. It takes a
What about
while.
just like pitching the nose of the ship upward at a 90-degree angle and trying to thrust that way?
Sorry, he was about to say it takes a while, but something is about to happen. So like,
I mean, like you're in a tunnel. If you try and fly up, you just sort of
Stop.
stop.
Okay.
You keep on chugging. You get to a point, and eventually there's just nothing around you anymore. Fume.
where is it?
It's behind you, like just
Oh
behind
my
the
god!
ship, generally.
Sorry.
Like at one point, you're pretty sure that the ship effectively flew through it.
Turn around.
Now you turn the ship around. There is a lot of. I mean, it looks like empty space.
I'm just gonna fire it where my senses tell me it is.
Sure, you start like blasting in that direction. Your fireballs hit a point and they sort of stop, but they do detonate eventually. And it sort of reveals the shape of a kind of face.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us, you coward.
It does not like nothing seems to respond.
I'm like, there's a face there that's our enemy. And they want to kill that thing.
Does anybody else see this thing?
Yeah, I mean, you all see, when the fireball detonates, you see like a face-shaped structure that kind of is. It's a bit
is this
hard to
outside
make
the
out.
ship?
Yeah.
You don't see a face. You see like the negative image of a face in the fireball. Like you see the fireball impact something that looks like a face.
Let's go say hi to the face.
I'm trying, it's ignoring me.
How is the little like planet thing inside of me doing?
Doing good. What kind of weird visions do people have?
Blind sight.
As we've established, infrared.
Blind sight, and Tikio has eldritch sight, thermal vision, 8K resolution, etc., etc., etc. Stupid loads of sights.
Okay.
Nobody has true sight. I don't think.
Fireball has
Aye.
Sight.
but fire vision.
Yeah, identify or get atomized.
Arms, weapons.
There is no response. Do you start opening fire on it?
So again,
I'm gonna give everyone else a chance first.
technically space, so like maybe the noise not getting to it because space.
Yeah, but we can't get to it because space.
Void Dragon, because Void Dragon has void speech. Since we seem to be bringing him into this.
Who is he? Where did he come from?
I
Why
can't
did
remember.
you-
I can't.
Where did he come
Above
from?
game, I can't remember how he ended up on the ship. He did, but I can't remember how.
I don't think he did. I think the
He is
token was just
now.
left there.
Yeah, but I don't know how it got there. Because I didn't put it there. Well, I might have done. I don't remember. He's here now, apparently, because
Where did he come
Lawrence
from?
willed him into existence.
I'm glad you did it because I was about to do it.
What? Bring up the fact that he exists.
No,
Graham
Graham died. They have died
Void,
the true death.
void speech, according to the book that it's from, is like a speech that can be communicated through a vacuum.
Do you shout at the big
I mean,
thing?
the dragon will tell Tikio, try this, and speaks void speech, and he's like, do you think you can extrapolate that and make that work as a communication system, or do you want me to fly out of there first?
I mean, TKO can repeat whatever sounds that you make, or whatever
Yeah.
you try and do.
Great.
Hello,
you
what's
are,
happening? I just blanked
Tikio
out.
will try that.
Cool. TKO.
Uh-huh.
Can you give me an intelligence saving throw?
It's an 18. It's not terrible.
Cool, 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 cool.
Okay, the DC was 37.
Would not be surprised.
That's probably like it.
And if you fail by 5 or more, death.
Yeah.
Instant death.
Suddenly
You-
Medu
you
says.
You take 74 psychic damage.
Cool.
You do receive a message.
74. Jesus Christ.
It just says help. And then
It replied with a distress call.
the rest of the message is like confusing to your understanding of reality is the best way I can describe it. Like some of it just doesn't it says part of a thing that you understand, and then some of its message requires you to be different in some way that you are just not. You are not whatever way you need to be for that to work.
Can he...
But you do get a vague sense of help.
It replied with a distress call. And something else that.
just... You see, he goes,
Something else that.
and then just a spark just goes out of one of his monitors.
Oi, space fella. New guy. Can you give this a listen? You might know what it is.
And can he play it really quiet on a speaker for just the void creature?
Sure, can the Void Dragon roll me an intelligence save with advantage?
Okay, wasn't expecting him to be affected by this, but he isn't. It's one of two things he doesn't have good saving throws for. Why did it do that? Oh wait, yeah, it's a 3, which I believe is a nat 1.
Voidy boy.
It should not be rolling with advantage.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you had advantage anyways.
Unless is it? Yeah, okay, it's a 15. I think he would have had advantage anyway because of a feature that he has. Why are his ability scores broken? Never mind. Not now.
Joseph
not now for
also
questions
said
like that.
you had advantage.
Yeah,
I did
okay.
say advantage.
Yep, sweet. Cheers. It's
The
15.
The DC was also lower for the Void Dragon because of his nature.
This time it was only 27.
Uh, the Void Dragon understands some more stuff. He understands help, wounded, sent here, can't move. And he kind of gets that information, and then takes 57 psychic damage, as he also kind of can't comprehend what's happening. Like a strange thing occurs to he understands more, but also isn't quite the right type of being to communicate like properly.
Like really scrunches up his face and is like, okay, yes, I get the whole distress signal problem. He seems to be stuck here, just like us. Has anyone like got a really strong mind that's built like a freaking fortress and can understand this sort of speech? Oh shit, I've just realised Colt might be good for this. Even though his intelligence is shit. Diamond Soul is pretty good and he does have Tongue of the Sun and Moon. Should he try?
Maybe he'll realize there is no spoon.
True. Fuck it. I volunteer myself.
I volunteer as tribute.
Bonjour.
Okay, Diamond Soul. Colt listens to the
Colt,
thing.
Do you attempt to move
Diamond
it?
Soul. Yeah,
Weirdly
Tongue
enough,
of the Sun,
actually,
Tongue of the Sun and Moon, and fucking
Weirdly
Diamond
enough,
Soul. Hang on,
Tongue
what?
of the Sun and Moon actually just carries you through this. What do you want to say?
I mean, he wants to listen to hear like and understand what the hell the thing is trying to say.
Help. I've been chained up here. I can't leave, and people keep flying into my mouth.
Oh.
I just vomited. You
Amir,
guys
is this
back up.
is this one of your Amir, is this one of your cruel jokes? This
Amir
this has got you covered all over it.
And Meg goes, "No, it's not me."
Really?
Yeah. I mean, this looks interesting, but I don't know what this thing is.
Some sort
I
of
guess-
cosmic being that's been held here against its will, and things keep flying into his gob, which he made a good point, which he made it very poignant to point out. That's probably why people can't get back out. They're
He's
probably
like-
getting digested on a cosmic level.
They are in fact getting digested by his entropy stomach.
Oh,
Yes.
how the hell did the 12 int guy get that?
Because you talk to his key instead of trying to communicate with him, because he's a higher dimensional being. And the problem
Okay.
everyone else was facing was their brains were not 4-dimensional.
I mean, if we get the ship close enough, I can try to heal them.
Whereas your life energy was kind of just vibing with their life energy.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second. If Ori says that, Colt's like, sure. TQ will also mention,
I could give you an oxygen shell around your head so you can still breathe. And I could just fly you out there.
do you do that? Do you like?
Can
Do
I
you have
ask
Ori-
can I ask one little thing first? Since yeah, TQ, can you send a message to him just saying, why can't other ships leave if they haven't flew into your mouth, or have we just flew out of it?
It does say you got. Yeah, I just vomited you guys up.
Oh, so we're cool now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in my.
Try
you were in my
all.
stomach.
Yeah, try
Good.
Ori's idea. Ori, if you're sure that you can like heal this guy, and do you know who put you here?
Can't you see I'm chained up?
Yeah, but someone must have changed you though.
Bear in mind, you cannot see this creature. Like,
Yeah,
it's invisible to everyone.
He
So
he
far.
he said I'm chained up, and so Colt said, okay, somebody must have did that to you.
And he's like, yeah. there's this guy. He's kind of a dick.
What's
That
his
now is
name?
down.
I don't really know his name, but he lives over that way, and you can kind of guess he's pointing, but you cannot see what. Like, you can't see his body.
I'll read
We can't
extrapolating.
see.
I'm extrapolating this information. Gone with Ori's idea. I can give you an oxygen gel, and we can get you out. Then you can try and heal them. I could use the anti-reality armor to try and cleave through them chains.
If you can figure out what is chains and
Only
what
thing
is.
is, we can't see him.
Yeah.
What is good boy?
Yes.
Yeah, this guy, it's like, I think he called himself like an immortal or something. He's kind of a dick, but he like chained me up here, and he really likes taking my poo.
Again,
What?
this
He
just
likes
has
what?
Again, this has a mayor written all over. Mayor, do you have any rivals?
There's like, apparently I do.
I like that.
Yeah.
Apparently. Oh.
But yeah, keep taking my poo, keep pooping out just some stuff that I eat.
Oh.
And you're largely
Can you make
eating starships. You're largely
Not
eating
what they are.
spelljammers. Well, that's what we're on, and that's
Oh,
what all of those supply ships that we were sent here to look for are.
I thought you were like big chickens.
No,
Can you turn yourself visible?
I am visible.
Not to us, you're not.
I'm right. I don't know how to be more visible than this.
Uh,
does Tikio still have that aura spell that I put on him ages ago? Because he could use that. That would make this guy visible at least.
You could probably try just like. You could sort of position things around him, and when they get quote unquote close to him, you'll notice that the things just can't really move forward anymore.
Yeah. I'm trying to find somewhere that I can just light this guy up, violently, just make
Fairy
him...
fire? Does anyone have that?
Yeah. Does anyone have Nistel's magic aura or fairy fire?
He will.
Tikio did have magic aura, but he swapped it out.
He will say this. You guys caused me a lot of heartburn when you came out.
Sorry. We didn't know what was
Fuck you.
happening. Phew, that's mean.
he was being mean to us.
He's stuck here.
I didn't do anything.
You tried to
You
digest
said
us.
we were.
You flew in my mouth.
Not by choice.
Well, I didn't digest you by choice.
You opened your mouth and swallowed us.
My mouth's just open.
He called
your
us
mouth.
heartburn.
Learn to close your mouth.
Can't.
Look, does anyone have anything that can make this guy visible that doesn't harm him?
I can harm him a bunch to see if that makes it visible.
You can what, sorry?
I
You
can
can
harm him.
harm
I can-
him a bunch.
No, I said that doesn't.
I will take. He does say.
As far as we know, this guy seems to be a victim. There's no reason to do him any.
He does
Okay,
say though.
granted, all of
I-
them ships flew into his mouth and got digested, but they didn't know that was happening, and neither did he.
I mean, to him it's like, oh, fly through him. Someone's chained me up and flies keep flying in my mouth. It's disgusting. Bleh.
Suddenly getting very Binding of Isaac vibes.
He is like, I could use some healing though. His chains are kind of sore.
We need to be able to see you first, I think, before we can do that. Right?
No, I
Right,
can heal them.
Tori? Do you think you'd be able to break yourself out if you were healed?
Probably not, but I'd be more comfortable.
You got a name?
Do you have?
Hey, I'm I'm ex-Creature. How do you do?
Excretia.
So
Doesn't mean anything to anybody. He's not like a elder god or nothing like that. No, like to everybody else on the ship.
Just let
Does
me
it mean
check my
anything
book of
to us,
Elder
Joe?
Gods.
What's up, Lawrence?
does that name mean anything to us?
Can use the fact that he is a computer to execute a Google search.
Yeah, you can Google it.
Would that be history?
Yeah, roll me. Actually, if you're Googling it, roll me investigation.
Excellent. 29.
You've heard legends of like, you find some articles of like, there's these legendary creatures that are sort of, they mostly exist in like a fourth dimensional space, so it's really hard to interact with them. Nothing can really penetrate their bodies unless it goes into fourth dimensional space.
Start
So
blasting.
they kind of just appear to be Wall of Force-esque entities to third dimensional creatures.
Does anyone have shatter?
Living wall of force.
Kind of.
I think the only thing that'll hurt him is
Disintegrate.
disintegrate.
Anyone have a disintegrate spell?
We don't want to hurt the guy. He hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, you didn't take you on that little web search. You didn't find anything about this guy committing terrible atrocities, and that's why you turned up.
As
No?
far as you can tell, encounters with them are incredibly rare. They're kind of like legends of the galaxy, and nobody really knows anything about them other than like some basic information on them generally.
Also,
From
encounters
a lot
might
of
not
time.
be rare. They're just fourth dimensional, so we're not sure.
That's true. For like, some of the articles do posit they might be fucking everywhere.
There might be one behind you right now.
Yeah, might be one in front of you right now.
Also, I just realised we're not getting digested anymore. I can start mending the ship.
So
Probably a lot of them are just like weird spatial and unexplained anomalies. Like occasionally ships go missing. You just flew into the side of one or something like that, you know?
The Bermuda Triangle. It's just one sat in the ocean. He's just
Hello.
quite happy chilling there, vibing.
Oh, that's a nice
So-
burger. No.
So, is like I think we might be going about this wrong slightly. Is there any way that we can perceive into the fourth dimension?
I mean, the one person that I can think of who probably could isn't here.
I mean, few could wish that we could.
No, I don't have wish spells.
Ah.
And
Yeah,
now-
you already burned all your wishes for
I,
one
I
day.
burned my wishes to stop us from dying inside the stomach.
That's true. You did wish for please don't digest us.
That
Effectively.
being said, we are now out of him. The
And
ship's not full
I
of bits no more.
have
We're not
used
being
my 6th level wish for cult wishing for something to bring back Ori.
A mayor will recommend we could probably try and track the guy. If he comes here every so often to collect our friend's poop, we might be able to track him and
Then
His
beat,
fourth
find out
dimensional
where
poop.
he lives.
good idea. Beat the shit out
Recaps.
of the person we might be able to see.
I mean, I'm down for that.
You might even have.
Which like looks at a mayor weird and is like, it's the first time you've said something that I agree. I don't like that.
I don't like it. Ugh. Feel all dirty.
Courtney immediately goes for a wash. Yeah, it's wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's just like, yeah, we could try and track him. We just need to sort of fly around the back of him, and then I'm sure we can pick up like a trail.
Also, as I was just going to say, we're not being digested no more, so the ship's repairable. We have plenty of supplies. If we're waiting for this guy to turn up so we can track him, kick crap out of him, he's done what he's done. Sure, we have time, which means Fume, you'll be able to regenerate a bunch of your wishes. Yeah, no, is that how?
Sure, if we
your
have
wishes
time,
work?
yeah.
But I mean, Ameri is fully on the. No, I think we can track like his ship will have probably left a trail through space that we can follow. Assuming he's come here a lot anyway. They're normally quite
Yeah.
fine and dissipate quite quickly, but if you do it a lot, then it's relatively easy to just follow back to where he came from. Assuming like he hasn't jumped through any wormholes or anything. Or teleported his
I
full ship.
I want to make it plain that I'm only agreeing with the point because the guy who's doing that might have either been doing it for nefarious purposes or changed this guy up for nefarious purposes or changed this guy up because he was doing the nefarious purposes. Only agreeing with that for the purposes of information gathering.
I mean,
That's it.
I don't think there's ever really a case where someone's chained up for a good reason.
We could
I mean,
ask.
that's why I'm saying I'm agreeing with it. That's why
Yeah.
I'm so cautious about just straight up freeing him.
We could
You know?
ask a creature if they've done anything in their past that's worth this.
You can ask, but
TKO,
Sure.
can you please take me over so I can heal them?
aye.
Does it?
Okay.
Sure. They go, Cole, you here. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's wonderful. My wrist is so, not sore anymore.
Ah, now you know that they have wrists.
Great. Also, you do understand that they're sort of communicating to you kind of psychically?
Yeah, because it's not coming out of any speakers or nothing. Cold's just hearing it.
Yeah. Also, you can sort of tell based on their previous comments, they have something in their mouth that is forcing their mouth open.
Yeah,
So the tips just fly into it.
yeah, they have like one of those weird. It's not like a gag, but it like holds you. Freaking, it's one of them
Like a
mouth
ring-
splay things,
like
like
a-
what a dentist might use.
Like a ring gag or something.
Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of. But we still can't see him to the point where just flying around with anti-reality wrapped around Takeo won't probably do a load of damage.
Yeah.
Court's also going to like bring up Ori's point in a sort of way. It's just gonna, like,
Can you think of any reason why this was done to you? Why you've been locked up?
He goes, I mean, not really. I was just going along, mind my own business. Suddenly, guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to be over there," and all stuck. I didn't want to be. And they grabbed me, they chained me down, and then I was eating and pooping.
Eating and pooping, eating and pooping.
He really
eating
likes
and
poo-poo.
pooping.
I mean,
Question.
that's just sort of chill guy. I like to go on flights generally between planets. That's kind of fun sometimes.
Long walks on the beach.
It's pretty good because I can just be anywhere in space I kind of want to be, which is quite nice.
Question.
Hmm?
Yep.
Do you do I know this is from a somewhat potentially biased source, but has this person done anything evil in the past? Like this trained up person?
relays that because I don't understand Court's acting like a sort of translator. Relays that.
They don't really understand the concept. They're like, evil? I mean, I don't think I've ever intentionally hurt anyone. If that's what you mean. I don't really like go around forcing people to do what I want. I'm more of an explorer, you see.
I imagine based on what they've said, it might be chained up with some variation of dimensional shackles. Because if they are, as they say, everywhere, and this has locked them to one place, that it would be something similar to that, I'd imagine.
I take it Eldritch Sight, detect magic effectively, doesn't bring up the shackles.
It's sort of more accurate to say that they can be everywhere, but are generally only in one location. They just can be wherever they want, whenever they want to.
And I take it that detect magic doesn't at least highlight the shackles, because dimensional shackles are usually a magic item, but these ones no.
Because they're not where you are, kind of.
Just thought I'd ask anyway.
They exist in a place that you are not in. It is very hard to interact with these things because they are in a place that you cannot get to as a being that lacks that number of dimensions.
We exist in 17 dimensions. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Colt will like relay to Excretia. What was it?
Like...
Excretia, was it?
Yeah.
And Colt will just relay. Look, we can't. I don't think we have the ability to free you right here and now, but we have healed you, as you know. We're gonna try to see if we can track down whoever's done this to you when they come to collect your leavings, shall we say, and try and figure it out that way. And in the meantime, since we'll make sure that no other ships get stuck in your gob.
Thank you.
Mutters to himself, mainly because it'll save their lives.
Just put a big net over the mouth.
A big net. A big no sign in space.
No.
A big sign with a mare's face on it, and just put that on the spaceway.
See,
or the
if
Spelljammers are like, oh no, fuck that.
Yeah, if you wrote the word no, adventurous people would be like, I want to know what's that way.
Yeah, but if you go,
if you
no,
put a mare's face
mare
on
ahead,
it,
a mare ahead, you know, that whole portion of space is dead. Don't go there.
People will probably fire all weapons past the sign, then turn around and go in the opposite direction.
Okay, maybe that's slightly counterproductive, or maybe not really, since he's shackled up somewhere that isn't here. Yeah. I'm just on the side of, sure, we can try tracking down the guy who's locked him up when he turns up. If anyone else has any other ideas.
I mean, Ahmed does suggest we could just follow his vapor trail back to the planet he came from, or space station.
Right, as Tikio brings Ori back into the ship,
or in an ideal world, we track him straight back to his ship.
Is there a vapor trail to follow?
It's Ben's investigation, but he does find one. It's a well-traveled trail. Like, you can tell, Ben would be able to tell you that he's been here a lot of times, so it's relatively easy to follow.
Okay. Can't believe I'm agreeing with the mayor, but I'm down to go with this guy. Tikio will go whichever way Ben commands. He's the gaffer.
Sure.
Unless anyone else is opposed.
Laying a course that just generally follows the vapor trail to wherever its destination may be.
Follow his vape.
Yeah, Colt gives the extra dimensional being a BRB.
Be right back. Yeah, you.
I take it is Tikio able to like send a message to? We were doing the quest is for, was it the Alliance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Send a message to them just saying, yeah, just spread the word, keep everything out of this region of space because great big space creature here, don't want ships near it, otherwise totally harmless.
Hello.
Hello.
What was that?
I don't want to eat you. Please fly around me.
Just like a
melt their brains. Oh no!
A circle of. No, Tikio's not channeling them to the Alliance. He's just sending like his own message.
It's just if the big space creature reached out to say "Don't fly into my mouth," it would just be like, "Oh, please don't fly into my mouth." Melts their brains. Their ship just floats into his mouth. Oh. Now they're mush and in my mouth. This is the worst of both worlds. Yeah, you guys managed to follow along. It doesn't take you too long before you arrive at a planet. Ben will say this is like outside of Alliance territory. Like it's an independent system.
Mm-hmm.
The vapor trail seems to lead to like a port at the capital city. But once it gets actually to the port, it's like there's too many conflicting vapor trails to actually track.
Yeah, so we'll just need to go to that port. Hmm. There's too many trails to track because obviously there's like dozens and dozens of ships going in and out of this port.
Loads of ships coming in and out, and all of their vapor trails intermingle because they're all relatively close to each other. Especially once you sort of get nearer the planet and then nearer the ports, it gets even more confusing.
I mean, you could just search for whoever the poo seller is.
Yeah? So someone is selling giant space monster poo.
Or collecting it. One way or another, it's gotta be obvious.
If they're collecting it, we're kind of balked because they'll not be.
Whoever has the big mountain of poo, that's who you should look for.
I'm just gonna say I'm getting major deja vu vibes from this session. I don't know why. Cole was assuming like I feel like we've been here before.
I don't think I've ever worked with getting like fourth dimensional poop.
I know that's why. I feel like we've been here before.
I feel like I've pooed fourth dimensionally before.
I don't think I have.
I just have that feeling, you know.
No, I think this is just a Colt thing.
I think it is.
No,
it's deja vu.
You have a
it's weird,
history of
don't worry
doing
about it.
like.
Maybe
Fourth
it's
dimensional
because I've
poop.
been Maybe I've like hunted somebody who was thought to be selling whatever they were stealing before. Yeah. Like the phrase, if they're collecting it and not selling it, it'll be harder to find them. Maybe that's what triggered it. Don't know.
But yeah, I think with you guys sort of hot on the trail of this mysterious X Factor.
Poo
This is a
factor.
good place to end the session. Poo Factor, yeah.
So take yours drone body steps off the ship, takes one look at it from the outside after all the digestion. It's just like,
Oh, bloody hell, man. Got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Ship's buggered.
Oh my god! I just got kicked again. Fuck this. Fuck this.
mending.
Great time to end the session.
Perfect.
Indeed.
Wait, we're ending?
Yeah. It wasn't super long because Andrew was like gone for a fair chunk of the beginning and stuff. But I think the next section will take you guys like a fair while.
Few is still rapidly every so often just texting Sonia to like, despite there giving no replies, just being like, "Hey, need to ask you some questions. Hey, need to ask you some really need to."
She's gonna have like a million
Sonia.
texts.
Hey Sonia, you missed talking to a giant fourth dimensional space thing.
Sag.
Sad emoji.
It's like a million texts along the lines of like, "I need to talk to you about something," with more and more angry face emoji.
Oh god, this is what happens when Fume and Sonia are separated.